some of the criticism of this has been the lack of immediacy. I wondered what you would say to a struggling practice now, what support they're going to get over the next year.
We've listened hard to what practices and the profession have said needs to change, and so there are a set of immediate things that we want to get on with this year. We're going to be consulting with the GPC and the RCGP on a resilience package for practices that will kick off in the summer. We're going to get stage 2 of the investment in practice premises. We're going to have 470 clinical pharmacists in practices this year, with another 1,500 to come. We're going to get going on the mental health support for GPs, which is something Pulse has campaigned on. You campaigned, we've listened, we're getting going with that. But we're also recognising that it's a much more fundamental set of investment and workforce expansion that's going to be required to address 10 years worth of underinvestment in general practice. And so for some of these things, when it's extra GPs, return to practice, mental health therapists, practice nurses, psychologists, obviously that does take several years, not something that can just be whisked up overnight, and that matches the growth in funding, the 2.4 billion extra that will be phased in over the next 5 years. So there are things we can do immediately, we want to get on with those. There are things that will begin to take effect next year and the year after as well.
It seems in the document to rule out Crown indemnity, but then seems to confuse it with Crown immunity. Can I just clear it up with you about whether it is something you're considering?
The point here is that, of course, patients should have a right to be compensated when something goes wrong in the National Health Service, but there's no reason why GPs should be more exposed to those rising costs than our hospital doctors. So we need a solution that is both fair to patients and deals with these cost pressures in general practice. We've been working closely with the medical defence organisations, the insurers, with the profession on what that would look like, and so we'll be setting out some concrete proposals before the summer break.
And is this it? Can GPs expect more after this document?
The first thing we've got to do is actually get on and start implementing the very wide-ranging practical measures that are in this GP Forward View, both this year, next year and the year after. And what GPs tell us is that if we get this right, then it will make a huge difference to the pressures on the daily working lives of practice teams. But this is obviously a 5-year programme, and so hopefully this will not be the final word. There will be other things, further things that we will be able to do as well.